Chan versus Brandon. Brandon sent this to me a while ago. Just finally got to this, but as you can tell, Brandon's way bigger. But he's very controlled. I love seeing this. I watched this little part already just to make sure I'm not promoting crazy sparring. Because sometimes, you can have some spar wars in Jeff Chan videos. But anyways, shout out Jeff Chan for always testing himself. That was a great double. He kicked him in the calf twice. So look at this. I'm going to turn off Jeff's commentary. So Brandon with some head movement. He's really pressuring, right? That's something that Jeff mentions in his commentary too. Little flying knee by Jeff. Ooh, leg got caught. Brandon turned his back a little bit. Look at that. Keeping the distance close. How you transition distances is so important, right? Jeff has had a really good cross in this. See that? Ooh, another flying knee. So notice, and Jeff mentions this in his commentary, that because it's an open space, Jeff was able to move more. If this were a ring or cage, Brandon probably would have pinned him against the cage or the pocket in the ring and just really gotten him. So nice spin kick. And in between sparring Brandon, Jeff also sparred a karate combat fighter. So say what you want about Jeff, but he's a warrior, man. Look at that karate combat fighter spinning some kicks on Jeff. Okay, so now this is after sparring that karate combat fighter. That cross is still landing from Jeff. So head movement is so important, man, no matter what size you are. So Jeff with some head movement evaded some strikes there. Look at that head movement by Brandon. Look at this. He's going to the body too, right? Look at that great combo right there. Jeff gets him with a hook. Nice. See, hands up. Very important. Look at that question mark kick. Look at that. Question mark kick transitioning into a side kick and now an axe kick. There we go. That's the karate, right? So, nice. Gotta have hands too, man. Even if you're this much bigger and you can kick, you still have to have hands, right? Never neglect the boxing, man. Look at that. Oh, that kick. Slightly telegraphed, but also you didn't know where it was aiming at. So that's those types of kicks. Don't think, oh, it's telegraphed. Oh, we got Jeff with the spin. Look at that. Look at that kick. Ooh, got him. Ooh, Jeff acknowledged that. Despite being the shorter fighter, like, never neglect your jabs, right? Jeff's been getting him with jabs. So, jab's one of the most underrated weapons. That was inverted. Something's called a twist kick. I used to call it a whip kick. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this range of fighting, right? Hey guys, Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns. So, the karate kickboxing coach Brandon Murray joined me to analyze this sparring session. So, for those of you who watched till now, here's a treat for you guys. Let's hear from the coach himself.
You can probably hear me in the background at one point. I called him a dummy.
So, that's Jeff hitting with the jab.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pay attention to what you said because you mentioned he's always V'ing in and V'ing out, right? That's a really cool thing to notice. Again, I love your control. I love your control. I'm sure in my original commentary I said it. I love your control.
Yeah, look, angle, boom, boom, and then he goes out on a V on the other side. He came in, it's either small V or a big V.
Nice spinning back fist.
Oh yeah. And to Jeff's credit, man, this fight looked way worse. He cut out all the slow stuff and me fumbling around and made me look way cooler than I am. I watched the video and I was like, man, I'm really good. I was like, hold on, there's a lot. He cut out the boring parts of me stumbling and falling over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a jab to the body.
V, and then he exits on a V.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love about him. Like, he's so smooth with what he does. Yeah, there you go. The angles that you're talking about. But yeah.
And here, right there, that's one death. He does the little frame and step off. And he does it so light, I didn't even feel it. So I didn't realize I was dying.
I see.
Like that's why when I watched the video, I was like, yeah, that was pretty even. Then I'm like, oh, no, it wasn't. He's like 9 to my 2 right now. The other thing, too, is I want to have Jeff back down at some point. Now, these, like the flying knees were great. Anyone can call me out on it. I thought I was kind of blocking him. because I saw them coming, but I was like, he's being nice. But I was like, would that have been enough to block that? Because the general rule is push the chest, and I went with more forearm because I was using a lot of Philly shell. And I was like, I looked back at it and I was like, man, I don't know if that's that effective. Like, I kind of count those as blocked, but if he really threw that knee, I think it would have blown through my arm and probably just KO'd me.
Makes sense.
You know, but maybe not because I'm so big. You know, I mean, look at the size difference.
Yeah, exactly. And that's another reason. I just have to acknowledge how much control you have, because a lot of times when Jeff gets into spar wars, it's because the big guy can't control or match Jeff's level pace and stuff like that. So then it just escalates.
Oh yeah, I'd love to get him back because I've been, you know, if you watch this, Jeff, I've been training hard, dude. I want to do another round.
Okay.
I want to do it again. I want to go a little harder, not crazy, but I want to go a little faster and harder. You know, especially now that my kicks are even better.
Oh, that's great. I'll have to tag Jeff. Maybe that'll incentivize them to do it again. One thing I noticed the first time when I was doing this commentary, nice sidekick, by the way, is that Jeff, his cross has caught you a few times.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my whole philosophy is trying to wade through water, but get him to wade through mud towards me. But Jeff's cross is just so clean. I love that. I wish that it landed.
Yeah.
You know, but in that it also lands, but a lot of times I'm used to people's crosses landing, so I just take heat off it a lot for my boxing experience.
Yeah.
You know, other thing here is I'm still making some accommodations. Not that that's any excuse. I'm trying not to be super long because my legs are so much longer than Jeff. So I'm not throwing as many teeps as I would against someone. If someone his size were really trying to come at me, I'm throwing a bunch of teeps.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be fun. And then it's my first time sparring with Jeff. I don't want to be a jerk about it. You know, so like when I spar people I'm familiar with, dude, I'm sweeping legs left and right. I'm throwing flying knees myself. I got spinning hook kicks. I'm doing a lot of the crap Gabo does.
Nice.
I'm doing a lot of that stuff because when we spar, we do the same thing. Like I'm throwing spinning hook kicks to the back of his head when I duck down under stuff, you know. And I'm just a lot more aggressive in terms of the kicks and power. But once again, I have to make that accommodation so we can both work.
Yeah.
And then when we're matched on the same level, God, in terms of height, speed, and pacing, God, Jeff is just so much better than me. So much better. And then here you got him and Gabo, and I remember watching it from the sidelines. And I remember seeing Jeff do it, and I was like, he's not ready for this spinning stuff. He's seen spinning stuff. He's never seen anyone as aggressive as him. The crazy part is Gabo got a lot of flack in the comments from this video.
What?
He did. They were like, oh, man, that guy's a jerk. He's throwing axe kicks, spinning stuff. He's going way too hard. What's cut out of the video, I had to calm them both down. They wanted to go even harder. This is like 70, 60%.
Wow.
The way they started around round 3, him and Jeff, they agreed to it. They were both just, this is not full speed. That's what people don't get. This was still very controlled. They started off heated.
Wow.
Not out of anger, but because Gabo hit that first spinning kick, and then Jeff had that little, he can move, and they started going. And I was like, hey, let's back it down. Let's back it down. And that was mainly for Gabo, because when he hits that excitement button, dude, he can throw some pretty disgustingly powerful spinning stuff and really try to hurt you. Not that he means to. He gets excitable. Yeah. So I was trying to make sure there was no accidents, but people were mad in the comments, and I'm like, nah, man, this is only like 60% for both.
Wow.
It was just a high volume, but they have much more speed in their bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
We had some. Jeff didn't put that in there, which is fine. Now, at the time, you saw what just happened there. Gabo took that overhand.
Yeah.
Well, we got to the Montalban fight, and I wasn't in there. He has 2 coaches. He has the coach for Karate Combat, and then I trained him here at the time. And one of my students went up. Shout out to Mikkel, and he was there in the corner for that fight. I will say I'll start off that whole fight was BS. I'm just going to throw that out there. Okay. But I realized in that fight that Gabo is an amazing kickboxer. He did Sanda. He's got 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo. He's cross-trained in Kyokushin and my style of kickboxing. But I realized when the Montalban fight, he has no boxing ability.
Oh.
Now, we've corrected that, because if you watch the Montalban fight, he's landing punch after punch, but the only ones that ever dropped Montalban were the 2 spinning back fists. And I realized Gabo has very fast hands, but because he's a kicker, he doesn't rotate his shoulders through and crunch down and lean to get that force behind it.
Oh.
After that fight, he started training at RBA Academy, Rodriguez Boxing Academy, and some other places here in Charleston. Shout out to Perry. Great place. And now it's disgusting. His boxing is so good. He knows how to really put weight behind his punches. But I realized it's just one of those flaws. You see someone so good insanely good, and you don't even realize where they have a flaw. That was a failing on my part as a coach. I didn't even realize his hands didn't have enough weight behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, and that's another thing, that's a size difference. I don't know what's strong for his frame. I mean, he was fighting 135 to 145. I'm 100 pounds heavier. What feels hard to me at your hardest at 135 is maybe my 50% on hands. So I didn't have the gauge to understand that he's not hitting hard for his weight class in his hands, because he's usually kicking. But Montalvan, he ate the calf kick away, because at the time, Karate Combat, they had no thigh kicks.
Yeah.
So he ate the calf kick, then he just kept killing it, and then he'd throw hands with him. Montalvan had good boxing head movement, and then when Montalvan would take a clean shot, it wasn't doing enough damage.
Yeah.
And that's when we had that epiphany, and I was like, okay, stop training with me, go to Rodriguez, start boxing.
Yeah.
And he came back, and then he was an absolute terror on the mats.
That makes sense.
If he did that fight again, I'd be like, yo, man, he's got hands now. It's not going to go the same way it did before.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Then now we have Jeff in here. See what I mean? He even whenever he backs up, he even backs off on that V angle.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Circling too.
He shuffles, he flies in, boom, he steps out, angles out.
Yeah. I like that after his cross, he immediately shielded up. Like,
oh yeah.
Very good fundamentals.
Good drilling. But it's also, I also say that's because he has a very good background in traditional Muay Thai blocking.
Oh.
People, I teach from a blocking first perspective. I teach my fighters blocking, parrying, evasion, and counters. That's all of defense. Evasion also counts as the footwork you need to attack or defend. But if you're so used to reflexively blocking, and then you move on to head movement in an emergency situation, you always get your hand up. And Jeff originally was Muay Thai, and he had that traditional guard for years. He even talks about it.
Yeah.
Then he moved to more the evasive strategy. And I wish this shit would have landed.
That question mark kick was so beautiful.
I thought I set it up, and then back fist off that.
Yeah.
You know, but Jeff's just got so much experience. But notice he immediately keeps the hands there.
Yeah.
But I will say the one downside is whenever I wanted to, I could touch the body because of the length. That's the only downside. And I've noticed that in a lot of Jeff's videos, he takes a lot of side kicks, a lot of teeps, and a lot of crosses to the body. And that's just the downside to his high parry style.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. He's got the ab training for it. And it's not like he ever takes it clean. He knows how to move back on impact. Yeah. So he's usually fine. Yeah. It's very rare anyone catches him clean and he doesn't move with it. Like I've never seen him. A really bad body shot happens when you're still and nothing moves when you get hit. Yeah. Every time he gets hit in the body, he's moved with it.
Yeah.
So he's protected there. Damn, I wish that one had landed too, honestly. I didn't set it up.
One thing I learned.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so probably that flying knee would have hit you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I should have gone jab, body cross, jab, body fake to high kick, and I didn't. I just went naked with it. Yeah, that one was dead.
Yeah, and with this exit, he got you with a cross again. Wow.
Yep.
But then your guard, like you said, you practice what you preach. You can tell like so much about what you preach. Like your defense is solid.
Yeah, and part of that is I spent so much time in boxing, and everyone makes fun of you when you start doing the Philly shell. They're like, "Oh, you think you're Floyd Mayweather?" I'm like, "Hey, how do you think you get good at this?
Yeah,
you got to have a basics in the traditional guard, work your head movement and parries, and then you got to start working in your Philly shell." I've been using the Philly shell since I was 17.
Wow.
And I've utilized in my kickboxing. Now the trick is with the Philly shell in boxing and kickboxing is the Philly shell in kickboxing. It's a bait. I'm trying to get you to bait. And because I got long arms, notice I can touch his body with the jab whenever.
Yeah.
Because I got him focused here and I lean and touch. You know, I even teach no guard to my advanced guys because it's a bait. If you have the right skills and head movement, you can use all these advanced guards for baiting. You know, and that's it. The difference is in boxing, you would stay there. In kickboxing, you use it for a moment. It's like switch hitting. You switch, you hit, you go back to your normal guard.
Yeah.
Or your normal stance. Same thing with the Philly shell and the no guard. You don't stay there. But yeah, and that was a good round. That was the only death I got for him was that spinning back kick. And now they go a little harder.
Yeah.
Jeff, see, he's still on that V. And Gabo, his number one issue is if you give him distance, he has the advantage. If you pressure and walk him down and you understand how to take care of his spinning stuff and his axe kick, well, that was back then. Now you got to worry about his hands too. It's a lot easier to get on him. And most of the time in the rounds I've actually gotten over on Gabo when we've sparred, it's because I just do what I do to Jeff to him. I just pressure forward. And when I say that, a lot of people think you're walking forward blindly. A good pressure fighter is not a brawler. A brawler is someone who walks forward and doesn't care about the consequence. A pressure fighter is an extremely intelligent technician, not to brag on myself or anything, but like to pressure fight, I look at it this way. If you have an outfighter and you have a pressure fighter, what do you need to be good in outfighting? Good head movement, good stamina, good footwork, counter shots. A pressure fighter has to be good at blocking, parrying, evading, head movement, small footwork, and all the things that make up attack, which is your feints and fakes, your combos, and your hand trapping. And they have to be good at quick clinch and short clinch. The only thing they don't have to be good at is in and out footwork necessarily. So you have to be very intelligent. And I look at it as trench warfare. I move up a little, I dig a new trench, and I keep that. And sometimes I move up and I have to move back a little, but I slowly take away land from that person until I'm within my working range. And I do it while making them shoot past my shields. Like I got to keep my guard up and my hands up. They never land clean or rarely land clean, or I absorb the hit, or I make it feel like mud to get to me. Or I kick off the heat. That's the big thing. You have to be very versed in defense to be a good pressure fighter.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I love being in the pit. I love being right in there, especially with a brawler. My favorite people to fight are brawlers because they always come in with this offensive attitude, like I'm going to knock them out. And then I have tighter punches because they don't understand that fighting in the close range is very, very different than wailing your hands around at the mid range. You have to learn how to uppercut over your shoulder. You have to learn how to make tiny, tiny adjustments, learn how to whip with just your body. And they don't do that. So they got all these big old swings. And then I just go, oh, double frame, cross. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Or I just pull them into a knee or sweep them.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that. I love Jeff taking the distance away.
Look at that.
Sorry, I didn't comment much on that one with Gabo and him. I got on that ramble, man.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. The analogy I love you saying is make them look like they're working through mud. That's such a cool analogy. I love that.
Yeah, and I mean, you can even ask, like everyone I've sparred, the number one thing they tell me is like, dude, you're hard to hit. I'm hitting you, but I feel like I'm not hitting you. And I'm like, yes, that's by design.
Yeah.
Jeff does the same thing though.
Yeah, Jeff does the same thing, exactly.
He does it with his parries. I do it with my block and what I call my reflexive floating hand. And by the way, if you want to get really good at blocking, that's a great drill. Take just one hand and only block the punches and kicks with it. Like if you want to get a 3-dimensional block going, and so your other hand can work, like, and it's very good for the long guard as well. Learning how to do that, like if you want to be a long guard specialist, you've got to learn how to block both sides with the rear hand. And that's why the Philly shell's so good, because the difference between the Philly shell and the long guard is really just holding your hand out and moving it.
Yeah.
That's the big difference.
Yeah.
Like, but Jeff does all the same stuff. Hitting Jeff is hard. Like a lot of stuff that I want to, like, I kind of gave up on head kicks. At least Kyokushin style ones, I was actually turning my hip over and trying to get more of a downward trajectory to go over his hand. Yeah. But getting up to the head at the upward angle like I like to, dude, his parry is always there.
Yeah.
And here in the beginning, you see is a good start. What I mean, he has his guard up. That was a 5-piece to the stomach. That's what I mean. That's the downside to the hands up style. But you notice he moved back the whole time while getting hit. So I knew I wasn't, for me, it felt solid, but I knew I wasn't hitting him solid. So once again, I'm wading through mud just to touch him. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Another one of those. Yeah.
I was hoping he'd try to sweep the leg. I was going to lift up and side kick the shit out of him. And then let's see, he got the low kick. And see, that's the only bad habit with the Philly shell is sometimes I reach out traditional. Terrible habit. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But I also did it because I know he was going to do that sweep.
Yeah, that's the Vinga Chiva. That's what we call Vinga
If you want to stuff a Vinga Chiva, get your forearm on their shoulders. They come in like an upside down frame and sit your butt back and step out. Like that's all I did. Upside down frame, sit back, step out, throw the other hand real quick. I blocked that thing. A lot of people have tried that on me. Now that was just so clean. What you didn't see after this is I grabbed his wrist and we played around. I slowly turned his arm and he flipped over and we just did like a little self-defense MMA thing.
That's funny. Like almost
like right there, you see his face. I was in the middle of turning and rolling him over and we were giggling like little schoolgirls. It was so funny.
Oh man, why did he show it, Jeff? Jeff, please put it out on your second channel or on Instagram.
No, he doesn't have it.
Oh, he does.
So Jeff only keeps the footage that he cuts. He tosses everything else.
Oh wow.
I even asked him. I don't even know if I have it. I have the long form recording of this.
Oh,
but
dude, you should put it out on your channel.
I might. I gotta figure out where I put it. Yeah. Because I wanted to give it to Jeff, but he's like, he really only uses the close range. He doesn't use the long form stuff anymore.
I see. Well, give it to me. I'll feature it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I mean, you're gonna see how much how much was cut out of our stalling. Like we hit a high pace. See, there's that death. I didn't even know I died. He double frames and crosses. I barely slipped that. It just touches, but that's part of it is that absorption. So I hit, I come in, double frame, bang.
Yeah, there. Wow.
Yeah, he hit that like 9 times, probably more. Probably some of it's cut out. That's what I mean. People are like, wow, you did great. I'm like, nah, I died so much.
So man, good on Jeff for just trying to be equal and trying to show your good points too. That's great
Yeah.
on Jeff.
The craziest part too. Oh, now here's where I wanted to play a game of we both like our hands down. Let's see who's trickier. I feel bad about that one. I really swung that one with some heat. I did. I wasn't trying to hit him hard. I was trying to hit fast, but when it went up, I went, oh, if that had connected, that would have been a little too much. That was like a heavyweight swing. And then here, I'm just trying to, yeah, that was me spinning around like an idiot. He cut that out. And then here, I'm just barely trying to let him touch me with the head movement. And then look, there's the body again.
Oh, again. Yeah.
Yeah. And see, I'm just there. Boom, boom.
Oh, there it is again.
Yeah, but I saw it. I ducked my head that time.
Oh, and you got him back with it.
And then triple jab. I actually don't remember throwing that.
Yeah. There you go.
I love
that's
going
the
underneath
walking
at
through
the
mud
angle.
thing you're doing.
Yeah, I make it difficult.
Yeah.
The other thing too is, so when we grapple here, I only was going for little sweeps because I'm so big. I try not to throw anyone because it's just not fair. If I can just pick him up and toss, so I try to just bump the legs out and off balance.
Yeah.
I just shoved him away. I was like, I'm tired of your knees. Get away from me. And then here, I took advantage. So the other trick too, so this was kind of unfair. If you want to pause real quick and back it up. So that was kind of unfair because what you don't see on camera is we had a moment. We were laughing, boom, boom, boom. But as soon as we're done with that, dude, I'm locked in. I don't stop until the bell goes. Like I do not keep, like I'll laugh for a second, but the intensity does not stop. I do not stop until I hear the bell. So I think he wasn't mentally prepared because I went boom, boom, and then I got serious and I immediately went in. I wasn't trying to take advantage of it. I was trying to cut down the play time because I'm like, hey, we're coming to the end of the round. We always go a little harder at the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So I grappled him, I pulled him in, and one of my specialties is kicking people from clinch train in the head.
And that's a Kyokushin guys love doing that.
Oh yeah.
Clinches, they have different types of strikes than a standard Muay Thai guy.
Yeah, and I love that. In fact, that's my favorite style of kick. I love getting 3 inches from someone's face, shelling them up. I take my hand, I push them, and I just lift my leg and kick right to the jaw. It doesn't matter if they block at all because I'm doing clashing forces.
Yeah.
And then I hit the leg. See, he was ready to tap out, but I'm like, the bell hasn't rang yet, so I kicked the leg right as the bell swings. And now it looks serious, but now we're all love. It's good. But that's just how it works in the round. Until the round's done, I'm locked in, even on the playful moments. Like, we're not going to sit here and do 5-6 seconds. It'll be ha-ha, and then right back to it immediately.
Yeah. I
can't stand when I see those fights and every other hit, the dudes are going, good job. And I'm like, hey, instead of that clap, you could have punched him in the face and made some money tonight.
Yeah.
Here's where it got a little more serious. Gabo came in with that, and I could tell it actually. The way he breathed in, I could tell it caught him pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
And now it's escalating just a little bit.
Yeah.
But Gabo really turned it on here.
Yeah.
And then spinning back kick. Luckily, Jeff tilted up. So he tilted up perfectly. If he tilted up wrong too much, it would have caught the lower rib. And if he hadn't, it would have caught him tight in the stomach. He hit like that perfect. That's just that experience.
Yeah.
Now, good head kick. And let's see.
Wow.
Good fake out to the jab. See how Jeff moves with it? He doesn't get caught flat.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful low kick.
Those double kicks.
God, yeah, it's annoying. And I would tell you, there's one habit, it's probably in here, but I yell at him and call him a dummy because he loves I love rolling thunder, don't get me wrong. But the amount of times I have fussed at Gabo and I said, stop throwing rolling thunder, dude. Your rule set has ground and pound.
Yeah, yeah.
And when
he did that in the previous sparring round he did with Jeff. He threw a rolling thunder. Yeah.
Yeah. And when he fought I can't remember, like Rajan, he's like the golden boy of karate combat. When Gabo fought him, he threw 2 rolling thunders, and what happened? He got caught in the face on the ground and pound. And I remember yelling at the TV because I wasn't coaching him for that fight, like, stop throwing it. Stop doing it. Here, good body kick. Oh, it's great. Jeff's stamina is insane, by the way. He did 7 rounds straight through. Me and Gabo were both dead. Gabo did 4. I did 3. Wow. And I didn't know Jeff was tired until I saw the video when he's huffing and puffing. I was like, bro, I just thought he had an endless gas tank. Like, he doesn't show it on his face.
Yeah.
He's got professional demeanor, which really means he's very good at not showing the pain and the suffering from the hits or the stamina. Whereas I've gotten lazy with that. I'm a big old baby. I'm like, oh, man, that hit really hurt. Oh, bro, you caught me good. Oh, God. I'm tired, and I keep going while bitching.
I'm the other extreme. I'll acknowledge everything, and people think I hurt. It's like, no, I'm just acknowledging. So they'll tap me. I'm like, ooh. They're like, did I hurt you? I'm like, no, I'm just acknowledging you. So then it gets people scared. I'm like, don't worry about my sounds. I just make a lot of sounds.
Oh yeah. Oh, I loved this grapple counter. And if you hear the video, I'm yelling. I'm like, good, get up. Because I'm like, this is the only hard spar you get. Get up. And I'm like yelling at him. Like, I'm yelling at Gabo because I'm like, a job as a coach is you got to get the fighters to push past their limits one way or another, at least in the spar. Not to the point of injury, but I do know at this time, Gabo's a great fighter, but when he gets tired, especially with grappling, he gets lazy. Which in my experience, most high-level long-distance fighters, if you put them in the in-fight or the grapple, they get lazy, they get tired, they stop doing the thing, they start trying to stall.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you just got dropped. Take your full 8 count if possible. Always do that. Fighters who get up on 3, shame on you. Don't do that. Use your time. Always use your time.
Yeah.
Okay. That little bit of extra stamina you just got could translate to that one last push you have to get that knockout at the end. Always take your time.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's stalling.
Coach Brandon, I'm gonna say, when your head is shaved, you could play like a pretty good Russian villain.
Okay.
Do you have any Russian blood in you or Slavic blood?
Dude, you're not even gonna believe what my fucking ancestry is.
Okay, it's gonna be something crazy. Let me think about this. I bet you have some Asian in you.
No.
Okay, all right.
So my mother is Irish and Cree, Native American, and French, and my dad was Puerto Rican Italian.
Whoa. Okay.
It's that deep South. Like,
yeah. Make sure to follow Fight Commentary Chats. I'm gonna get the full interview out eventually. Can't guarantee when because I got a lot to edit. But thank you, Brandon Murray. Thank you, Jeff Chan, also. And we will have a lot more to come. So make sure to go follow all the people I featured. Talk to you guys soon.